Rezensionen, Emotionen, Videos, Bloggen und mal loggen. Seit 10 Jahren Spiele Narren, lebt dreimal hoch, Klickenabend.
Hallo Klickenabendler, wir sind hier beim Morning. Next to me is Simon. Hi Simon.
Hey!
You have got here a lot of games which are not already produced but will come out next year.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming out next year, I think in March maybe. I'm not really sure about that one, but it will be the beginning.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We have the same information, so it's cool.
The game called Hope.
Yeah, it's called Hope. So as you can see, this is still a prototype, but all the illustration, most of it are final. So this is what the game is going to look like. It's going to feel better in your hands. Obviously, it will be better quality, but it's really what the game is going to look like.
So for how many players is the game?
It's a 2 to 4 player, and it's a semi-cooperative game. So we all play together to win, but at the end we have like an extra winner. Also, you have specific rules, like optional rules, which includes a traitor in the game.
I see. All right. And what is the theme of the game?
The theme of the game is we are in the 5th millennium, in the future, and strangely, Earth is still there. So we managed to get rid of all the disease, all the wars, to get past over the peak oil. It's everything okay, but the universe is regressing. Before that, everything was expanding, but now stars are coming back together. So parts of the universe regularly implodes on themselves. So Earth decided to send their best scientists, because they find a solution to beat the regression, is to bring life to the universe. That's why on the board, if you flip a tile, there is actually a livable planet on one side and lifeless planet on the other side. So at the beginning, everything is lifeless, and we bring life to the universe.
All right. So how is the basic game flow?
So the basic game, first of all, what's the most important feature of the game is the board itself. The board itself is made of 37 tiles, and it's set up randomly at the beginning, so every play is different. And it creates both a universe, a very colorful universe, but also a 3D illusion board. So when I move, it's like color cubes over color cubes that create sort of stairs. So when I move, I always have to think like this. So I move, let's say this is my ships, I want to move from here to there. All I can do is following the stairs. So like this, up, making a little jump, up, and I can hand up my movement here. Basically, that's how it works. Every movement, you always have to know for sure what to do. You have also hands of cards. For each card, there is a technology. As you can see, there's vegetal life, there's mineral life, there's water, etc., etc. These symbols, you can find them on the board at the center of the tile. So, if you want to bring life to the planet, you need to put 1 pioneer on each planet of a tile. Basically, there is a tile with only 2 planets and tiles with up to 5 planets. When you fill all the planets on the tile, that's when you can finally flip it and see the beautiful work you just done. All the planets, all the pioneers on it, you put them on the mission track in line, properly. When it reaches 30 pioneers on that point on the mission tracks, everybody wins. But the regression marker is advancing at every player's turn in zigzag. When it reaches there, everybody loses. Plus, when it crosses the line, that's where you discard a tile from the board. So the board gets smaller and smaller during the play. So it gets really fast at the end of the game. Plus, it will be really hard to navigate through the universe. When you start on a color, you have kind of limitation, because you can always stop on this color, put pioneers on a specific planet. So maybe you have a friend who is on another dimension, and we can help you so you can finish the job. So let's say I want to do here, I can put 2 of my pioneers there, but I need my friend to go on the red planet to put the remaining pioneers. So on my next movement. So it's really about cooperation to finally complete a tile. So you always have to speak with each other. So what's the best thing to do? Oh, maybe I have the proper card, so I can help you there. Oh no, but if you have this movement, maybe you can help. Always remember of your power, because there's one power for each character. So it's really about speaking together and finding the best solution in order to win, like a good cooperative game.
And you have got a lot of marker on your board as well. The marker defines how many steps you can go and how far.
It's not really how many steps you can go. There is some movements, and with each movement there is a lever. At the beginning they are all on green, which means every movement is available. When you use it during your turn, you make more movements. You put them on the right side. You move, so it's either you move forward, either you move backwards. There's no up and down, win space, kind of complicated. So that's why when you start on purple, you look at the gravity center at the edge of the board. So that you know if you are moving forward, you are moving this direction. If you are moving backward, you are moving in this direction, for instance. Here you can move laterally. So you stay on the same dimension all your turn. So like this. And here it's a joker movement. So with every turn you have to choose, but once it's on red, you cannot choose the same movement anymore. You have to spend a whole turn polarizing. It's a specific action which allows you to get all your movements back up.
So best would be to use everything, make it red.
Not necessarily, because when you polarize, you also shift dimension. So let's say I have only this little planet on the purple side that I need to fill. I'm on the red side. I can just polarize and end up my movement here. So sometimes it's useful to polarize just to change dimension, because the other guys are busy on the other part of the universe and we need to finish that quickly.
All right. And this one will go each time one step or something like that?
It's at every player's turns. Here it's gravity center, the technology center. That's when you recycle your technology. So you play cards from your hand. So let's say I play this one. I make a little pile of it, and I put it under the cards I want to get back. So if I want to put this one, I will get this one for me,
okay.
Only one card. Then I had to put another card, so there's always 3 cards in the first row. Now there's card with regression marker at the bottom, there's card with no regression marker. So it's basically 60-40. So regression kind of always win in the end. Here you can count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and your advances of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right.
That's what's cool about the game, because it gives you sometimes like hard choice. Like let's say I have a joker card, which is some stuff that everybody wants. This one, it's here. This is a technology, a joker technology. It can be used for anything, so it's really cool. But it has no symbol on it. So maybe I want to take that one instead. So maybe I have a chance that the next card will be the no regression marker. And unfortunately, no. But you know, I just leave it that there because maybe it's useful for me, but the regression goes slower if I didn't take it. So, all right, that's some of the choices.
So that's a game of hope, and it will be available next year?
Yeah, exactly.
In a big box, I guess?
In kind of a big box, because there's a lot of material. But now you only see the board, but there will be 100 pioneers, which will look not like this, little wooden, but like small pioneers miniatures with different position, one with a flag, one standing next proudly, stuff like this. So it gets really, and we have 4 different spaceships also that we are going to use, so you get really more into the game. So it will be like a big box with a lot of stuff in it. We have like optional rules with specific bug cards, optional rules with traitor, stuff like this. So you have a lot of context, like different characters. So there's a lot of way to play the game. You can also set up the difficulties, because you put bonuses here. And once you fill out your bonuses, it accelerates the regression, so the less you put bonus token, the harder the games get, so you get a lot of way to replay the game.
All right. So thanks for your time, thanks for the explanation.
You're welcome.
And hope to see the game next year.
Yeah, hope to, yeah. it's gonna be great.
All right, bye. Right, next to me is Marcelo. Hi, Marcelo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Last day at the fair, a little bit tired, but I expect you are the same, right?
This is my very first time here, so it's a huge fair. I'm enjoying the fair and meeting some people and knowing more games, and it's fun.
You're here all the complete fair from Thursday till Sunday?
Yes, the entire fair.
And you illustrate some things or sign some stuff, or?
Yeah, I'm signing some stuff for the bakers that pledge hope and for a general level. So I have to do the sketch from these guys.
You told me in the camera off that this is your first game which you are illustrating.
Yes.
So what did you do before?
I came from video games background, so character design background. So I did for video game industry like mobile phone games, video games, and animation stuff. So my entire background, I came from digital. So This is my very first job in board games, and now I can feel my art. And when I saw people playing the game, it's so awesome. It's totally different than digital. So
when you do the illustrations, are you doing it right, completely digital, or are you illustrate on paper?
Yeah. I first illustrate on paper and scan it, and after do the digital painting and put the colors, put the shadows and all the stuff.
So you start with pencil?
Yeah,
just
I start traditionally.
Lines and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay. And how long does it take to illustrate cards and characters?
It depends. The cards are more simpler, so the characters have to spend a little bit more time to how to figure it out, how to interpret the briefing that I receive. So maybe 1 week, 2 weeks for a character. A card is maybe 2 hours. It depends of the level of the piece is huge or what they will do in the game, so I have to pay attention more to some details.
And you also have to have a look on the icons, because in game design, icons on the board game design, icons are very helpful. You have to illustrate it the way people can play the game very easy.
Yeah.
You don't need that, I think, in a computer game, right?
Yes. In fact, the icons have to be very readable, so the players can understand and enjoy the gameplay. So we don't have to put too much detail on it, because cause some difficulty for the players can play and could be generate some noisy and this kind of stuff.
So how do you design them, or how do you test them? If you create an icon, how do you test it if people see the same thing what they should see?
I can resume this answer in one sentence. I think less is more. So yeah.
Okay, great. This game will come out next year, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of next year. I think in maybe April or February. Now it's on producing. The guys are producing the game now.
So everything is finished. You are completely finished with the illustration and stuff like that.
And me and our art director for morning did some improvements. This is not the final version. We did some improvements, so the game will be very, very more awesome than it is now.
All right, I'm looking forward to see it. I expect you the same, because then when the game is finished, it will be great to have it in the hand, right?
For sure.
So, and hopefully see you next year as well at the fair.
Yeah, I hope yes.
All right, great. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Rezensionen, Emotionen, Videos bloggen und mal loggen. Seit 10 Jahren Spiele Narren, lebt dreimal hoch, klicken, aber